Ooh, fresh pavement. Let's do a 0 to
Hello,
60.
this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're doing our shaky cam interior review inside a 2019 Volvo XC40. This is the little bitty crossover from Volvo. Really well done for the interior, really well done on the looks. It's a really pretty car, and it drives really well. The insides, though, do have some Volvo quirks and a couple of things that I don't like, especially things that I don't like Volvo wide. Otherwise, there are some things that are just genius. So let's get started really quick. Looking over here, you have the usual array of windows and mirrors and so forth. This right here runs the child lock on the rear doors as well as the lock on the windows. They can't be done separately, which is kind of lame, but it is useful, especially for parents. They know why. Over here is your seat memory. Up here you can see some of the detail going on. I really like this detail. It looks really good on the inside here. And the first of the vents, these are fairly adjustable vents. I like the way they're designed. They look good in the car. They could blow air a little better, but they could be a whole lot worse too. And then up there is your defrost vent. And down in here, if you can just see it, there's your dimmers, and there is your rear hatch release, so it opens the rear hatch. Other than that, you can see there's some sport pedals in here. This is the R edition, so it does have, you know, those sporty additions. It also has the engine. I like the engine in here. Looking at the steering wheel, over here you have your cruise control stuff. So this both turns on and sets cruise control. So when you get up to the speed you want, you hit this. It not only turns on the cruise control, it also sets it at whatever that speed is. This goes back and forth on the information screen up there. This right here is your plus and minus. So you set usually is what we would call this, but it's actually it just lowers the speed. These go in 5-mile increments. You can't do them one at a time. That I don't like. Up here is your resume plus and plus, so you can go up. These set your following distances. I will point out that Volvo is fairly aggressive on those following distances. What I mean by that is that even the shortest distance is still fairly far away. Volvo likes to give, you know, they're a safety company, so they really like to have all that cushion. Over here, you have controls for infotainment, entertainment. This is your voice activation. This moves through the different screen types, so the different menus. I'll show you why that's important. Over here is a track and all of that stuff. Fairly useful. This selects and moves up and down through the menus. You get used to this really quick. It's easy to use. Two things that I wish it had. One, I wish you had a volume control somewhere on this steering wheel. You don't. This would seem like it would do that, but it does not. Other thing that I wish we could find on here is I would really like to have some sort of telephone control. There's no way to like hang up the telephone. There's no hard button for that anywhere. I'll show you how you have to do it. It's a PIA. That's all I can say. Up here you have some paddle shifters because all the Europeans love NASCAR. Over here you have your lighting controls. So these are fairly complex looking, but mostly you just, if I can get it to focus, you set it right there. It's on auto. Everything's done. You can also set auto high beams separately, which is kind of nice. So you can go past auto lights and go to auto high beams, which is auto lights with auto high beams, basically. Up here is your fog lamps for this switch right here. And on the end of it, reset. That's for the trip and stuff up here. Then on this side, I'm probably making you sick because I'm getting a little close and I'm moving around a lot. But, you know, it's how we roll. Over here's your washer, wipers, etc. Most of this is pretty straightforward. The toggle on the end here runs the rear washer wipers. So you have going down, you have running it. Up, you have intermittent, so it will do it more. And then same with the regular washer wipers here. Looking at the dash, the gauge cluster. Over here you have speed. Over here you have your tachometer. Down here's your gearing. Down there's your fuel. over there is the speed limit. Volvo reads signs. So the camera in the rearview mirror is actually reading traffic signs. So the last one you pass will be shown right there. One thing Volvo hasn't figured out is school zones. So if you have a blinking school zone sign or not blinking, they don't care. It will show a school zone regardless. You know, so that's just one little thing. I have yet to see a company that's really figured that out. Over here, if I can get my finger to show up, there's your cruise control and whatnot. Over here is your trip. And this is right now showing the maps. I can, down here, I just pushed the button. If you notice that moved. Down here, you can change some settings on your cruise control using these buttons. So when the cruise control is active, you can change some stuff. Do you want the adaptive cruise on or off? You can quickly turn that on and off right there. Kind of useful. So you see I moved it like that. Now it's on adaptive. I move it like that. It's on pilot assist, which just is lane keeping, things like that. Coming over here, you see how much fuel we have left, and our average has been 25 miles a gallon. I'll do another take. Over here, here's your push button start stop. Here is the infotainment system. This I have a lot of problems with. First off, changing the volume on this, I've mostly been using that. You can do it from the steering wheel with this button, up and down, sometimes. So that's all I got to say about that. I don't know what makes it sometimes work and what makes it not work. It just seems to be whenever. It doesn't make me happy. That's how I'm going to say it. You can see I have the climate turned off. You can turn it on down here. You can hit either one of these and pop up seat heating and so forth. On the passenger side, it does that. On the driver's side, you get both the steering wheel and the seat, so you can do one or the other. The climate would show right here if it were on. So, whoops, I got to hit that. So if I do that and I turn on the auto climate, then you can see the heat is set. That's what it's going to try to run for. You can also quickly, if you want, do the defrosts up there. I haven't been doing that. I've been using the hard buttons since they are federally mandated. Haha, just kidding. Actually, they are, but that's a joke. Up here, you have some stuff that really doesn't go away very often. That's your phone connection and so forth, the time and all of that. Down here are the kind of the main menu for the thing. So this is navigation here. This is your playback radio or media, whatever you've got going on there. This is your phone. This is your this is kind of real-time information. So right now it's showing weather. You can also change it, and there you go. There's an hourly forecast and so on. And then you can jump into the settings. You can do things like you can look for places and then check traffic, things like that. Also, let me think what else is on here. Oh, I needed to show you how to, this is how you have to hang up and not hang up the phone. So you have to actually hit that, go in, do it, yada, yada. It's annoying. When the phone call comes in, it pops up a pop-up. Same with text messages. They'll pop up across the top. But to hang up after a conversation, you have to hit this, go into it, and then hit the hang up again. It's annoying. It's just not convenient. That's all I can say. So there you go. This right here is kind of like a main menu button. Ding. So now you can, it shows you a few things about, like if you want to access side panels for these different menus, it shows you how to drag it. So it basically shows you what the controls are. The controls are, this is the main menu. That's why it's showing that. If I was in any other menu, that would go back to the main. So you can do things like this, look around, see what you can change, what you can take care of. So if I'm doing the phone, maybe, there you go. So you can see, like, I can change what my input is. I can change, I can look at, you know, what do I want to see, like driver performance for green driving and so on. The car's status also shows you what the, what any of the engine light reasons would be. So the OBD system. Down here are the only hard buttons for that. Basically, you can run Your volume is a knob, the turn part of this knob. This pauses, plays, etc., jumps, tracks. Otherwise, all you have is defrost and Duke's lights. Drive mode over here, you can use that. Sport mode does make this go a little peppier. It does push that a little bit, but it's not that much different. This is already pretty peppy by itself. You don't really need that. Down here you have some plugs. You have a wireless charger. Over here is your shifter. Another thing I don't like. So to get into drive, I have to do this. Right now I'm in neutral. See? Now I'm in drive. So it takes a minute to get used to that. That's the park button right there. So you have to double tap to move through the gears. A little bit annoying. This is the 2-tiered concert style drink holder. That's a joke. So this one's slightly higher than that one. It just keeps the drinks on this level if they're the same size. Makes it easier to know which one you're grabbing without looking. It's actually kind of nice. I like this. It works really well too. You can get a lot of stuff in here. They're bigger than they look. Over here is the park brake and the auto parking for hill and whatnot. This is highly convenient. You can just drop your phone right there. See how that hinges? You just drop your phone and it just sits there. That is awesome. Right here, got a little storage band around my coat. You can see there's some wiring in there. But this is the nice little storage band. Beautiful seating. This suede is awesome. Keeps you nice and cool without having to have cooled seats. These are adjustable. Reach under here to do that. This right here has another cool feature. So pop this out, do that. Look at that. You got a hanger for a purse, a garbage bag, whatever you want right there. That is cool. Really useful stuff. And you can see this is great. I might seem like I'm rushing, but that's because I'm kind of on the clock here. So that's the interior here. Pretty much everything I need to tell you. The rear is okay. It's a good enough seat for kids, big enough for adults when you have to. Nicely done. Really like this. So this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, 2019 Volvo XC40. Talk to you again soon.